Hi guys, so this is the look I have for you today. This is just a classic, timeless makeup look. This look is a favorite for celebrities, for red carpet. It's beautiful for events, for parties. It's also really gorgeous for prom. This look is also perfect for you if you are new to wearing red lipstick. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I have already applied my foundation and my eyebrows. The next step is to actually put on the lipstick first. If you're new to wearing red lipstick, it's a good idea to choose your color, put it on, and then build your makeup on around it so that you don't do your makeup first and then put on your red lips and then you think, oh my god, wait a minute, that's way too much. Look at what I have. This is Goliath. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that we lost Jordan for Easter weekend. And that was really, really sad. But we had already adopted Goliath, and he's now quite a part of the family. I'm going to line my lips first. I am using my Nika K, I think is the name of it. It's just a lip liner. It's just red. Nothing really overly exciting there. And now I'm just going to apply my lipstick straight from the bullet. And now you see what happens. So, when wearing red lipstick, the finger pop is the most important part. And it takes off the lipstick. Then of course you got to clean your teeth. It looks disgusting, but come on, it's your mouth. Whatever. And there you have it, your red lips are done. Now you can go back in and clean up with concealer if you need to. I'm not going to because I didn't make any mistakes. Just I'm accustomed to doing this. Practice makes perfect. Eventually you won't really need to. And honestly, unless you're doing like a photo shoot or something, you're not really going to need to clean up a whole lot anyway. I mean, in real life, no one's going to be looking at you this close. And if they are, I really hope they're not looking at your makeup. But if you do want to clean up, you can use either an angled brush like this one or a tiny flat brush like this one and just some concealer. Make sure that you match it though. Make sure there's not a lighter concealer than here so that you don't have a white line. That would not look right. So, okay, so now I'm going to do the rest of my face because you can see that my eyes have kind of disappeared into my head. First, I'm going to take, like I said, I have on all of my foundation already and I did take some concealer across my eyes, and the concealer that I used is Maybelline Age Rewind. I took that across my eyes as a primer because it's actually a really, really good long-lasting concealer, so it'll work pretty well as a primer as well. And I'm going to take a little bit of my face powder first, which is my Maybelline Dream Matte. Big brush. And I'm just going to get that all over my lid, and that's going to just smooth everything out. Remember, this is a kind of classic look. You can amp this look up by adding a little bit of a color liner, or you can add some glitter, or you can leave it as it is. This is a Real Technique setting brush, by the way. It's really hot. It's really hot. It's heating up so much already, and it's only April, and I'm really sad about it because I hate the heat. If you know me, you know that I hate the heat, and it's already so hot. It's not even May yet, and it's so hot. Now I'm going to take a brush like this one, and I'm going to go into my Coastal Scents 88 Warm Palette. Now this is going to look a little gross. It's just because I use it a lot. It's a little bit dirty. But anyway, I'm going to go for a pale shadow like this one, and probably mix it with a little bit of that one. Remember though, if you use too much shimmer with a red lip, it's going to start looking over the top and dramatic. If you want to do that, by all means, have at it. I'm all for dramatic makeup. We all know this. But I'm trying to show you how you can make this a little bit more wearable. Please tell me if I have something on my teeth. So I'm going to take a mixture of those two shadows. So one's a little bit, tiny bit more peachy, and one's a little bit more yellow. I'm going to go under my brow bone and across my lid. There have been variations of this look in pretty much every single decade, from the 20s and onward. Did you know that in the 40s, during the Second World War, when all the men were off at war and the women were the ones that had to work in the factories, cosmetics just were not available because cosmetic companies had started making ointments and products for the soldiers at war. The one thing that was still available, or that women still had, was their red lipstick. And that's why like an iconic early 40s look is basically lipstick and charcoal pencil to define the brows, and that was an iconic look in the 40s. And women wore their red lipstick to work at the factories because that was what they could hold on to. I am going to go into another palette. This I haven't used on this channel before. My BH Cosmetics 120 palette. This is the first edition. This nice warm brown here is just a medium brown, kind of a peachy warm brown. And I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm just going to brush it off a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm going to pick up that warm color, tap it off, and then I'm going to go into my crease. And then I'm going to use a bigger fluffy brush. This is the Sigma E40, and I'm going to diffuse that. Now I'm going to bring that shadow just out a little bit more because I have small, close set eyes, so I want to extend my eyes out a little bit more. And then the more you buff it over with a big fluffy brush like this, the softer it's going to look. Oh, can you hear my stomach grumbling? I'm so hungry. It's lunchtime, but I'm determined to get this video filmed. And now Goliath is biting my toes. Stop it! Stop! So the next step is to just darken that crease ever so much more slightly, take away a little bit of the redness out of it. So going back to my Coastal Scents 88 palette, I'm going to go for a touch of this one. This is a neutral brown. It looks very dark, but I'm going for very, very little of it. I'm actually going to use a different brush. I'm going to use my Real Techniques base shadow brush because, as you can see, it's very flat. So I can get right up into my crease with it. I'm just going right in really tightly into the crease itself. This is just going to deepen it up a little bit more. So once you've blended everything out, you can go ahead and do a winged liner. I've done one eye already, and I'm going to try to do the second one on film. I don't know how it's going to happen because this is really hard to do on film, but I'm using my e.l.f. cream eyeliner in the color black. It kind of works like a gel eyeliner. They're similar products. They're not exactly the same. Gel is going to last a little bit longer, but this cream is going to be really nice and matte. It's going to be softer, and it's easier to work with. It doesn't dry as fast. It's easier to work with if you are a beginner. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. cream eyeliner and my Coastal Scents vent liner brush. So, oh god, I hope this stays in frame. Okay. I start here in the middle of my eye, and I can't talk while I'm doing this, so just please watch what I'm doing. But I'm starting in the middle of my eye, I'm going to take it out that way, fill in the inside corner, and then create my flick. And now I've done my wing kind of coming straight out as opposed to going up, partly because I've got, like I say this all the time, partly because my eye is actually angled upward, and if I go up, it's going to become much more of a cat eye. Remember that your eyes are like your eyebrows. They are sisters. They are not twins. They are not meant to be absolutely perfectly symmetrical. So you have your winged liner on, and you can just leave it at that. But if you are absolutely hopeless at making an even winged liner, I'm going to just show you an option you have. You can just do some liner, either with a cream or a pencil or a gel, doesn't matter. And then you want to take a small brush. This one is by NYX. It's just a tiny little itty bitty brush. And then you're going to go in with a black eyeshadow, or you can use dark brown. If you want to go for something a little bit less harsh, I prefer black, honestly, so I'm just using Sugarpill's Bulletproof. And you're going to pick up that shadow, being really, really careful. If you're using Bulletproof, it falls out like crazy. So take it up on the tip of your brush, and then you're just going to put it along, put it along the line and smudge upward. And even if you are really good at winged liner, sometimes it's nice to do this and have a softer line instead. Options, options. There's an endless amount of options in makeup, guys. Endless. So now you see the difference. I've got a really clean, crisp winged liner on this side and a nice smoky one on this side. Now, because I'm not going to be able to look at myself with two separate different eyes, I'm going to finish this one and do the same thing. A blending brush like this and just go over the line ever so slightly, like so. Now you can go ahead use a different brush. I'm just going to use the same one. Pick up that same dark brown eyeshadow that I used on the very inner part of my crease, and I'm going to run it through my lower lashes. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible pencil, which is almost finished. Only because I hate, again, I've said this before, I hate to see that strip of flesh peeking through eyelashes and stuff. You can do the bottom if you want, or you can leave it plain, or use a flesh colored pencil. I'm just going to line it. Because let's get real, when do I not line my waterline? To curl my eyelashes as always. Using my Maybelline Great Lash Lots of Lashes mascara. Don't know if I like the formula. I don't know if I like the brush. I don't know. It's all right. These are the Ardell Wispies. So lashes are on, and while I wait for the glue to dry, I'm just going to add a little bit of an inner corner highlight. And I think this one is called Sand, but if you know the color of this, guys, let me know. A little bit of extra shine and sparkle also helps to open the eye up. I'm just going to put that right there. See the difference that makes from this side of the eye? This eye just looks brighter. But before I put on my blush, I'm going to warm my face up just a little bit with some bronzer. What I have been using for bronzer for like the past 4 months is my Fit Me powder in Cappuccino. It's the perfect bronzer color for me, my complexion. So if you're like around about an NC40, NC42 from MAC, try this out. This is actually really, really good. So I'm just going to kind of get it around the perimeter of my face. I'm like hardly taking up any, because I'm not really trying to sculpt. Again, I don't want to end up with too much of a sculpted look. Around my temples, and now I do have quite a big forehead, so I like to minimize that ever so slightly. You can use something like this. This is from my Coastal Scents 26 shadow blush palette thing. So I'm just going to take up a little bit of both of those colors on my blush brush. Get some of it off. Kind of place it right here, kind of in line with the outer corner of my eye. Pull it backward. No lower than my nose, my nostril. And I'm going to then blend it backwards and blend it in slightly, but no further in than my pupil. And that's how you get the perfect blush placement. Like so. And now the only thing left that I need a little bit of is a little bit of highlight, because I have to have highlight. Of course, if you don't want highlight, you can skip that part. I'm going to go back in with the same pigment that I used on the inner corner of my eyes. Whatever's in the cap, take a tiny little bit of it up on my brush. Just really gently place it. So that is my finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is, a perfect classic makeup to wear with a red lip, and you can go right ahead and skip the eyelashes. This is more of a nighttime look for most women, so if you want to see a daytime tutorial with a red lip, please let me know and I'll do one for you. But yeah, this is just my classic red lip makeup, and this is really appropriate for a night out. It's beautiful for a party. Again, you could wear this for prom. I know it's prom season in the US and formal season in the UK, and yeah, I really like how it turned out. And so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me that you guys, you know, follow me on Instagram. I'm really thankful and I love it. So I'll see you guys in the next video.